Or you can sit with your knees bent, feet on the ground, and we'll begin with the neck. When you're ready, take your left hand to the right side of your head. Carefully bring your left ear to your left shoulder, feeling that subtle little stretch in the right side of your neck. If this is enough, you can of course stay, but if you'd like more, gently walk your right fingertips out. Start to activate a nice nostril breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, fill up. As you exhale, drop your chin to your collarbone, look down toward the left knee, the right knee, walk your fingertips away from you. So we're walking the fingertips toward like the back left corner of the mat, and as you draw your chin towards your collarbone, you're gonna feel the stretch in the back left side of the neck. One more inhale. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest and start to make some slow half circles here. You should feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And the closer your chin makes contact towards your chest, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in like the very upper parts of the shoulders. Carefully take your left ear to your left shoulder, left hand to the right side of the head, and then walk the right fingertips out for a little added stretch. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale, fill up. As you exhale again, chin to collarbone, walk the right fingertips away. One more inhale. As you exhale again, drop the chin to the chest, interlace your fingers behind your head, start to round your upper body forward, point the elbows to the ground, gaze at the belly button, couple seated cat-cows to warm the upper back up. Inhale, open up the chest, gaze comes past your computer toward the ceiling, arch the spine, and then exhale, round back forward. Inhale, open up, arch, and then exhale, round. Let's go for about 3 more. Inhale, this is cow pose. Exhale, round for cat pose. Inhale, open up the chest, clear out the airway. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Navel draws into spine. Roll the shoulder blades back. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Inhale, lift up. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, big press away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift up as high as you can. On the exhale, take a twist to the right. So your right hand will come down behind you like a kickstand. Left hand to the outside of the right knee or thigh. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. So just running through our warm-up stretches here. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale. Exhale, twist out all the way. Come on back up to neutral as you inhale. Take it to the other side. Exhale, left hand behind, right hand to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Last time, inhale. Exhale out all the way. Come on back up to neutral as you inhale. Exhale, release. Right hand down, left arm reaches all the way up and over, finding your side body stretch. So have that soft little bend in your right elbow and reach as far as you can with that left hand. So the deeper you reach in the left side, the more of a tug and a stretch you should feel in your left side body, close to the hip. One more inhale. Exhale out all the way, and then inhale, sit back up, left hand down, right arm up and over. Same concept here. You want to have that soft little bend in the left elbow. 2 more breaths. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, press a little deeper. Last time, inhale. Exhale out all the way, and then inhale, come on back up. Arms can come out into a T shape, so we're starting to warm up the upper body a little bit more now. Your right arm will cross underneath the left, hook at the elbows, and start by hugging opposite shoulders. So for some of us, this is enough. That's completely okay. If you're feeling a little warmer, maybe you want to take it up an extra step, you can release the fingertips, take your right fingers, wrap them around your left wrist. We want to line the shoulders and the elbows up with one another. If it feels awkward, you're doing it right. Belly button tight, body tall. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, push your elbows toward your computer screen. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press out all the way. Hold it here as you inhale again. And then exhale, let it go. Other side, left arm now. Underneath the right, cross at the elbows, hug opposite shoulders. Stay here or release the fingertips. Go left fingers now, wrapped around the right wrist. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, push the elbows out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Last time, inhale, exhale, press out all the way, hold here again as you inhale, and then exhale, let it go, shake it out, good. So you can grab your strap, just finishing up our warm-up stretches, make the strap nice and wide, and let's take our pass-throughs. So depending upon how you're feeling, if you're feeling a little tight, I recommend having your grip pretty wide. If you are feeling good and you want to challenge yourselves a little bit more, what you would do is shorten your grip. So the shorter the grip, the more like resistance you're working against. Great way to open up the chest, clear out the airway. Let's go for 3 more. 2, and 1. Good. So now you're going to place the strap in the right hand. Swing the strap around you, bend the elbow. We want elbow, shoulder, hip connection. Wrap the left arm around, grab the strap, pull the strap down, get the tricep stretch. So you want to make sure that you're not leaning forward or leaning up and over to the side. You want to think about symmetry here. Elbow, shoulder, hip connection. 1 more inhale, fill up. And then exhale, let it go, shake it off. Other side. Strap comes in the left arm, wrap your right arm around, same idea, elbow, shoulder, hip alignment, and pull down. Good, 1 more inhale, fill up. As you exhale, let that go. You can toss your strap off to the side. You're gonna gently shift off of your block and meet in a tabletop position. And in your tabletop, we'll just take a couple of cat-cows. Hands underneath the shoulders, hips above the knees, curl your toes into the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips, look up to the ceiling, cow pose. And then exhale, push your hips forward for cat. Inhale, arch the spine, stretch out the torso. Exhale, round. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. From your tabletop position, taking thread the needle. Inhale, reach your right arm up for the ceiling, open up the chest. As you exhale, thread your right arm through your left. Come on down to the right shoulder. If your ear does not comfortably reach the mat, place a block or a structure underneath your ear. And then take the left arm around. Go for that half bind. Half bind is something we might explore a little bit more today. Take 2 more breaths here. So we're working on that inward rotation of the shoulder and outward rotation of the left shoulder. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, plant your left hand next to your face. Come on off the right shoulder. Let's meet in a tabletop. I'll show you a different view for the other side. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, thread your left arm through your right. Come on down to the left shoulder. Left ear rests on the floor or on a prop. And then let's wrap the right arm around for the lower back. So we're inwardly rotating the right shoulder, externally rotating the left shoulder. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, right hand is next to your face. All of the body weight in the right hand as you come on off that left shoulder. Good. So from your tabletop position, just taking puppy dog pose. So your hips will stay stacked on top of the knees. Your upper body is doing the movement. You're going to walk your fingertips forward, keep your hips nice and high, and drop your forehead to the ground. So again, if your forehead does not comfortably touch the ground, put something underneath it, not a problem. I want you to press into your palms, get it stable, and then press into your fingertips. Notice how that stability kind of changes a little bit. It is completely okay to have pressure in your forehead in this pose. And what I want you to feel is your shoulders lifting up and your spine sinking down. So when we hit downward facing dog in a moment, this is the exact same upper back stretch I want you to feel. So when I tell you to press your chest towards your thighs, this is the feeling it's going to create. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, drop your palms back, carefully lift the forehead off of the floor, and come on back to a tabletop position. So from your tabletop, a little bit of core work. I want you to tuck your right toes to the back edge of your mat. Gently just rock forward and backward over that right foot. Feeling the stretch in the calf, the Achilles heel, and the arch. Shift your body weight back and hold it. Draw the quad in nice and tight, and then lift the right leg up. So without that fourth limb supporting you, balance starts to become compromised. Find your equilibrium. Belly button draws in nice and tight. Press firmly through the right hand, And then inhale, left fingertips reach in opposition. Inhale, get nice and long. So reach through the middle left fingernail and stomp for your right foot. Exhale, knee to elbow, round, meet below the belly button. Inhale, reach forward, kick back. Exhale, pull it in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, put it down. Come on back to your tabletop. So realign, and let's go for the left side. Tuck your left toes to the back edge of your mat. Gently start to rock your body weight forward and backward, getting that nice good calf stretch. And then the next time you come back, hold it there. Draw the quad in nice and tight, and then lift the left leg up. Take a moment, find your balance, and then inhale, reach your right fingertips forward. Get nice and long as you inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow round. Inhale, reach forward, kick back. Exhale, pull it in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, pull it in. Come back to your tabletop. Take a quick child's pose. So hopefully that started to bring a little bit of heat to your body, just continuing the warm up. The warmer temperature-wise we are, the easier it is to get into certain postures. Come on forward back to your tabletop. So yoga is a lot of upper body, right? We do those chaturangas and our vinyasas, which by the way, is very similar. We're using that upper body because it's like half of a push-up mostly. So from here, we're just gonna work on a couple of those. Tuck your right toes back, tuck your left toes back, plank pose. From your plank, shift your hips up and back, downward dog. Take your right hand, tap your left shin. Right hand comes back, inhale, shift forward to plank, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left hand to right shin. Left hand comes back, inhale, plank. Exhale, hold. Drop your knees down to the mat, inhale, shift your body weight forward. Exhale, lower down to that half push-up. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, plank. Right hand to left shin. Come on back to plank. Left hand to right shin. Come on back to plank. Option, you can do a full push-up here or drop to your knees. Take that half push-up again, hover at the bottom, hold. Inhale, press back up. Come on back to plank. Right hand, left shin. Plank. Left hand, right shin. Plank. Last time, optional push-up. Maybe drop down to the knees. Come on down, hover, hold. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, plank, hold for another inhale. Exhale, back downward facing dog. So if you're not warm by now, don't worry, I'll get you. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, tippy toe your feet up to your hands. Hands press into the shins, flatten out the back. And then exhale, lower down. Press through the big toes. Inhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Very good. So come on to the top of your mat. Moving through some sun breaths. So you want your feet to be hips distance apart. We measure that by placing 2 fists in between our feet. When you're ready, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, release. Press through the big toes. Inhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Second one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. As you exhale, lower down and hold on to opposite elbows here. So it's still kind of early in class. Absolutely bend your knees if you need to. Your head should be framed by your arms. Nod your head, yes. Shake it, no. Wrap your hands around your waist, give it a squeeze. Inhale, come on back up to stand. Good. Third one, last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. As you exhale, lower down. So you have that option to go for ragdoll again, or make a peace sign with your fingers, with your middle and index fingers. Wrap them around your big toes. If your big toes are far away, bend your knees till you get there. Once you've found a comfortable grip, you're going to inhale, prepare the spine, so flatten out the back, and then exhale, draw your upper body towards your lower body, getting a really big lower back and hamstring stretch. Wherever you are, we're here for about 2 more breaths. Nod your head yes. Shake it no. One more inhale, fill up. Exhale, wrap your hands around your waist, give it a squeeze. Inhale, come on up to stand. Very good. So let's meet back at the top of the mat. Moving through our first sun salutation, I'll demonstrate a modified one for the first and then go through more traditional for the second. All of these are completely optional. If you want to just meet us in downward dog, that's fine, or come to child's pose, whatever you need. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, drop the hands down, come on back to your plank. From your plank, choosing which variation works well for you, I'm gonna drop the knees, shift my chest past the hands, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down to the bottom of a push-up. So my nose is grazing the mat, but I'm still really active here at the bottom. Drop it down, hug the elbows back, cobra pose, baby cobra pose. And then I'm pushing up, shifting my weight over the knees, curl the toes, downward dog. Holding downward dog or child's pose if you needed it, just for about 5 breaths. So really second downward dog of the day, taking whatever movements you need to feel a little bit better. Bicycle out the knees, nod your head yes, shake it no. And now let's try that same sensation we created in puppy dog pose. So push your chest back towards your thighs. Feel the shoulder blades lift and the spine sink toward the thighs. Maybe for some of you, you develop enough flexibility so that the crown of the head touches the floor. Stay in your down dog for another inhale. Exhale out all the way. If you came to child's pose, please meet us back in downward dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, tippy toe the feet up to the hands. Flatten out the back. And exhale, lower down. Press through the big toes. Inhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Second one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. So here's a more traditional version of vinyasa. Shift the chest past the hands, hug the elbows in, lower down to the bottom of the push-up, hover, let it go, upward facing dog. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. In your downward dog, you're pressing firmly through the fingertips. Your head is framed by your arms. Lift the hips up high. Have a soft bend in the knees if you need. Heels are hovering above the mat. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale out all the way. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk the feet up to the hands. Hands to shins, flatten out the back. And exhale, lower down. Press to the big toes. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, so moving on to our standing postures. If you're someone with sensitive knees, I recommend having a blanket right in the middle of your mat. We're going to be working with quite a bit of low lunges, so you'll need that support. So starting at the top of the mat, take your left foot out toward the outer edge of the mat. Take a big step back with your right foot, and then drop the knee down to where your blanket would be. Uncurl the right toes. You're going to shift your body weight forward so that your left knee is tracking above the left ankle. And then inhale, lift the fingertips up. So obviously here, big hip stretch happening. Draw your tailbone down to the ground. Don't have a big arch in the lower back. We want to remain stabilized in the low back. Take your left fingertips, wrap them around your right. Pull your right arm over to the left. Shift your body weight forward a little bit more. So you're getting a deep side body stretch here. Definitely still feeling it in the right hip. But we're activating the right arm as well. Hold for another inhale. Exhale out all the way. Hands frame the front foot. Curl your right toes to the back edge of your mat. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Other side. So walk your right foot out to the right corner of your mat. Take a big step back with the left foot. Carefully drop the left knee down. Check yourselves out. Make sure we have that knee to ankle alignment. And then you're going to inhale, lift up for low lunge. This time, take your right fingertips, wrap them around your left wrist. and pull your left fingertips all the way over toward the right. Still shifting your body weight forward, so we're getting that hip stretch. Inhale, fill up. Exhale out all the way. You're gonna come on back up to neutral. Drop the hands down. Curl the left toes into the mat. Come off the left knee. Step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Coming into another vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank. Move for your vinyasa. And then come on into downward facing dog. So meeting in low lunge again, just with a different entrance. Inhale, left toes up for the ceiling. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Use your exhale, core strength and momentum to bring your left foot in between your hands. You're gonna shimmy the right leg as far back as you can get it, and then drop the right knee down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift up for your low lunge. So we're gonna add an eagle wrap here. Your arm's gonna come out into a T shape. Your right arm will hook underneath the left elbow, just like we did seated before. You can hug opposite shoulders here. This might be enough. Or maybe you wanna go for that double wrap. So you would release the fingertips, right fingers would wrap around the left wrist. Keep shifting the body weight forward, and then tilt your fingertips up and back. So big shoulder stretch here. Good, 2 more breaths. Keep pressing your body weight forward. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Hands frame the front foot. Curl your right toes into the mat. Come on off the right knee. Left foot meets the right. Take your vinyasa or come to downward facing dog. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good, hold your down dog. I'm just gonna switch my view for the other side. When you're ready, inhale, right toes up for the ceiling. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hip. Take another inhale. Use your exhale, momentum and core strength to bring your right foot forward. Shimmy your left leg as far back as you can get it. And then drop the left knee down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift up, low lunge. So right foot is forward this time, good. You don't want your right foot and your left knee to be on a tightrope. You want there to be a little bit of space so that balancing is not too much of an issue. Now this time, arms drop out into a T shape. So just like we did seated before, left arm crosses underneath the right, and you can hug opposite shoulders, that might be enough. Option to advance would be to release the fingertips, left fingers underneath the right wrist. And here you are in your eagle wrap. Reach the fingertips all the way up and back. Maybe your chin hooks into your elbows. So you're getting that big upper back stretch. We're internally rotating the shoulders. 2 more breaths here. Balancing gets a little compromised, so press through that right big toe mound. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, gently let it go. Hands frame the front foot. Curl your left toes into the mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Optional vinyasa. Or come on into downward facing dog. So I'd like for downward facing dog to please start to become like a nice neutral safety zone. As always, if you need child's pose, absolutely take it. Wherever you are, we're here for about 2 more breaths. And 1 more inhale. Exhale out all the way. If you came to child's pose, please meet us back in downward facing dog. You're gonna bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk your feet up to your hands. Hands to shins, flatten out the back. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, carefully roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, so we're nice and warm now. Let's start to play around with our balance. We're gonna play with high lunge. If you know that you have really sensitive knees or balancing work is challenging for you, you absolutely have the option to do this in a low lunge position as a modification. So we're gonna start with the right side. Take your left foot out to the left edge of the mat and take a big step back with the right foot. So here we are in high lunge. You'll know you're in high lunge when you cannot stretch your back leg back any further. It's as long as it can go. And then shift your body weight forward. Make sure that the left knee is tracked on top of the left ankle. And then reach the fingertips up, high lunge. There's this imaginary midline running through the body. We want to hug everything toward it. So bring your pinky fingers toward each other. Inhale, lift the fingertips up. Exhale, hover the upper body over your left thigh. Pause. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Pause. Draw out through that back heel. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come to hover. Hold it here. Squeeze. Breathe. Keep reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift back up. High lunge. Exhale, wrap your hands around your waist. Give it a squeeze. Use your inhale to take a big step up to the top. Shake it off. Nice job. Let's come on to the other side. So I'll just switch my view for you. So this time, right foot is forward. Take it out to the right corner of your mat. And then take a big step back with the left foot. You want to shimmy your left leg out as long as you can get it. When you cannot get any longer, shift your body weight forward so we have that knee to ankle alignment. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Rotate the pinkies toward each other. Reach the fingertips up a little higher. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Hold. Draw out through that back heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Belly button tight toward the spine. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Squeeze. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come to hover. Hold it here. Breathe for 5. Stretch out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, lift back up. Exhale, wrap your hands around your waist. Give it a squeeze. Big step up to the top. Shake it off. Nice job. 1 more standing pose. Then we are down on our backs. So tree pose. We're going to start with the right leg being your tree leg. Press your big toe mound into the ground. Drop nice and tight through your right quad. So it's like your tree trunk. Nothing's going to knock it down. Come on up onto your left tippy toes. Bring your left foot to your right ankle. For some of us, this is enough. That is absolutely okay. Stay here. If you'd like to go further, left foot into your calf. This is a great option too. Your last stop on this train would be the inner thigh. Never, ever, ever your knee. So we want equal force between your standing leg and your tree foot. Belly button in tight toward the spine. Drop the tailbone down to the ground. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then pause for a moment. I want you to pick a spot in front of you that's not moving. Stare at it. That is called your drishti. Let it help you find your balance and stability. Don't let my body on the computer screen be your drishti today. And then if you feel comfortable, inhale, lift the fingertips all the way up. Rotate the pinkies toward each other. Think about that nice long line of energy, that imaginary midline that runs through the body. Hug everything toward it. The more intense and challenging the pose becomes, the deeper your breath should be. Use your breath for that stability. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently let it go. Shake it off. All right, last side. Thank God there's not 3. Your left leg is your tree trunk leg. Plant your big toe down nice and firmly. Squeeze in through the quad. That's your tree trunk. Bring your right foot to the left ankle. This is perfectly fine. Bring it into your calf. Also another good stop. If you're advancing from here or staying here, find your drishti again. Only move when you're settled on that imaginary spot. So remember, never ever into the kneecap. If you are like really close to getting into the thigh, but you're like halfway in your kneecap, go lower. It's okay, you'll get there. Find that imaginary midline running through the body. Drop the tailbone, don't have an arch in the lower back. And then inhale, lift the fingertips up. Rotate the pinkies toward each other. Belly button tight toward the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Keep breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Nice job. Final vinyasa of the day. Come back to the top of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, palms meet at the top. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Final time, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Final down dog of the day. Give yourselves a quick little body scan, see how you're feeling. Hopefully this down dog is feeling much better than our first one. We're here for 2 more breaths, and then we'll meet in child's pose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. One more inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees down to the ground. Knees come as wide as the mat, big toes together, heels apart. Sit your hips back towards your heels, make contact, drop your forehead to the ground, stretch your arms forward, child's pose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Press your fingertips into the mat, gaze comes forward. Keep your body low. Walk your fingertips to the right corner of your mat. Keep your left hip and your left heel connected to intensify the left side body stretch. 2 more breaths. Press into the fingertips, look forward. Walk your fingertips back to the center of your mat and then off to the left side. This time keeping the connection between your left hip and your left heel. Sorry, your right hip and your right heel. Press into the fingertips, look forward, come on back to your neutral child's pose. And then use your next inhale to shift forward. So you're just going to need your block or your supporting structure with you. We're going to finish up on our backs. Maybe scooch forward toward the top of your mat to make sure you have enough space, and then gently lower down. You're going to walk your feet all the way back towards your hips, and if you reach your fingertips forward, you should be able to graze your heels. That's how we know we're in a good alignment for bridge pose. So take your block or your supporting structure. You're going to lift your hips and place it underneath your tailbone. So it should not be on the small of your back. It should be directly underneath your tailbone. That's a safety thing. Option 1 is to just stay like this. Option 2 is to stretch your legs out. If right away you feel like a sharp pain or a sharp pinch, this pose is not really for you. So I'd like you then just to come back to that supported bridge pose. If you feel no pressure or no pain, stay here. Have your toes drop out away from each other, heels face toward each other. And then you can reach your arms all the way up overhead. So using the block, we are supporting ourselves to externally rotate everything away from the midline of the body. So chest is opening up, airway is clearing out. You have a subtle little back bend here, which is really going to release the hips. You should feel the hips dropping away from the midline of the body. They're rotating away. 3 more breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale out. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your hands back around to your waist, and you're going to carefully walk your feet back towards your hips. Inhale, lift the hips up, remove the block, and then exhale, lower the hips back down. Plug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourselves a big squeeze. Carefully just rock side to side on the lower back. And then you're going to stick your feet up toward the ceiling like you're stomping into the wall. Grab the outer edges of your feet by your pinky toes. Bend your knees till you get there. Draw your armpits in towards your knees like a ball and socket. And here we are in happy baby pose. So happy baby really grounds the lower back down. It gives you a little bit of a groin and a hip stretch. Gently sway side to side. If you want to give yourselves a little bit of a hamstring stretch and you have the mobility to do so, just straighten one leg at a time. You'll know right away if that is not an option for you, and it doesn't make you a bad person, it just means you have tight hamstrings. 1 more inhale, and then exhale, let that go. Hug your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a big squeeze, and then carefully release, getting ready for Shavasana, final relaxation. Letting go of any tiny movements, relaxing the body completely. Separating yourselves from any distractions going on around you, removing yourselves momentarily from any thoughts, plans, or ideas. Whatever's happening in 20 minutes, you'll get there. And just giving yourselves a moment of peace and silence. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, fill up, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the belly fall. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Take 2 more breaths on your own. Noticing the sense of peace and stillness that you can create for yourselves, and how all it takes is just to be more aware of your breath. If you find yourselves in a moment of stress or anxiety, just begin breathing and counting. Notice what happens. Same applies if you're having a hard time falling asleep, you're feeling a little restless. It's a great tool to use to bring you back to neutral. Start to make some tiny movements with your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Reach your arms up overhead, point your toes away, finding a nice long body stretch. And then gently draw your knees in towards your chest again, giving yourselves a really big squeeze. You're going to reach your right arm over your head, roll all the way over to the right side. Use your right arm as a little bit of a pillow. Allow yourself a moment to adjust. And then when you feel ready, you're going to use your left hand as a bit of a kickstand to press you back up to a comfortable seated position. And you are all done today, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great.
Nice job.
Have a happy Memorial Day.
Yes, have a good weekend or rest of the weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.